So today I did a Glamour Sparkly Smoky Eye. That's what we're gonna go for. So why not, right? So I used a lot of, I guess it's kind of a mix of drugstore stuff, higher end stuff. You know, it works. It all works. It was actually a really easy look to do. Took a little bit more time on the eyeshadow. I did not really a cut crease, but I cleaned it up a little bit instead of just blending it all together, as you will see in the video. So if you guys want to see how I did this look, just keep watching. Bye guys! Alright, so I begin with the Adri Wind from Maybelline. It's a concealer. I am in the shade Fair Light. It doesn't really matter what you use as long as it's about your skin tone or a little bit lighter, because we're just going to use this as a concealer. You don't need an expensive one. I think this does the job pretty well. Then I'm going to be going in with the Makeup Forever High Definition Powder. I'm just going to set that with a makeup brush. And right here, I'm just going in with a basic transition color. I think it's for my Morphe palette. Then I'm going to be going in with BH Cosmetics. It's Judy Time palette. It doesn't have any actual names for the eyeshadows, but it's the fourth one in. And I'm going to be going in with the Morphe E22s from their Elite collection. I love this brush. So now I'm just going in with a basic blending brush. It's Sigma Tapered Blending E40, and I'm just going to blend those two shades that I had used together. We don't want any harsh lines, even though in the end it kind of does look like we do have harsh lines. So now I'm going to be going in with the Morphe E18 brush, and I'm using that same palette, just one more over. It is a warm chocolate brown. I'm just going to put that on the outer. And I'm not going to go and bring it too far inside on the actual lid. And I'm going to go in again with the Morphe 224. And then I'm going to go in with that concealer I used earlier. I'm just going to pack that over the lid. This is a little trick I learned trying to get those sparkles on, because we're going to go in with a sparkle glitter eyeshadow later, and plus this cleans up any of the color that we didn't want on the actual lid. This is going to help so much. Then we're going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is in the shade Metal, and I am going to be using a flat definer brush. It is the brush M167 from Morphe. So I actually just used this brush dry. I didn't dampen it with eye drops or my Urban Decay all-nighter spray. So I didn't want it to be metallic. I wanted to be able to see all the little shimmers through it, like the glitter. And I'm going to go in with that same brush I used earlier, the E18, with that darker color, and put it in the outer, and then just feather it in a little bit because it was a little too harsh for me. And then just keep blending until you get your desired look. Now you could even go in with a different color if you wanted a little bit more dimension. I wanted to keep it more on the simpler side. Just do whatever makes you happy and what you want your look to look like. So I just keep adding and blending that in. This is probably the thing that took the longest time doing my makeup. Then I'm just going to go in back with that E22 brush and blend it a little bit, but I don't want the sparkles to get into the brown, so make sure to be very careful with that. And I'm going to be using the Maybelline Eye Studio in Blackest Black, and this is the Morphe M215. This is a Morphe kind of tutorial today. So I'm just going to give myself a winged line, nothing too crazy. I did the other eye already. You want to make sure it is really black. Then I'm going to go in with my falsies. These are the Demi Wispies, but I had customized them with individuals. If you want to see a video on that, I can do a video in the next couple of weeks. It is wonderful. I absolutely love it. So then I put the other lash on. Then I'm going to be going in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I love this stuff. You only want to make sure to do it where your pores are a little bit larger because your other part of your faces don't necessarily need it because your pores are so small already. Now I'm going to be going in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1. I am in the shade 03 Light Beige. I absolutely love this stuff. Love, love, love. It is worth the $8, I think it was, definitely. I've been using it for the last couple of weeks. It goes on amazing, especially when you put everything else on. It's wonderful. So I'm also going to be using the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80. I recently fell in love with this brush all over again. I was using just my Beauty Blender for a while, but especially with this foundation, I feel like it's a lot better than any other one. Then I'm going to be going in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla. Just going to pop that in under the eye, middle of the forehead. You know the deal. And then after I blend all that in, I'm going to be going in with the RCMA No Color Powder. I love this stuff, and I'm going to bake a little bit. So I'm going to use my damp Beauty Blender. I'm going to put that on, and we're going to let that sit for 5 minutes if you're dry. And if you're a little bit from normal to oily skin, you can leave it on from 5 to 10 minutes. But like I said, if you're dry, leave it on for only about 5 minutes. Learn how to talk, Becca. Then when that Beauty Blender is pretty much empty from the powder, I'm going to go all over the face and just set it. I don't want a whole bunch of powder on my face. Then I'm going to go in with my Morphe brush, of course. It's the E1. Going to blend that all in, make sure there are no little spots. It will really give you an airbrushed look. So now, I'm going to go in with my brows. I'm using Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Chocolate. And I'm going to be using an e.l.f. angled brush. I used this one instead of my M217 from Morphe because I wanted to make it a little bit more dramatic. I didn't want so much of a natural brow. I wanted it to be a little bit more structured. So I only dip it about 1 or 2 times still, but a little bit more heavier. And you want to make sure that brush is nice and straight on the tip, or else you're going to have a lot of bristles that just went kind of crazy all over your brows. So now I'm going to be wiping that bakage away, and I'm going to use an E48 brush. Just flick it. I mean, you can kind of see in the video how I just flick it off. Now you can see it's a lot brighter under the eyes now. Then I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Chuck It Soleil. I'm using the medium to deep matte bronzer. This is my new brush I just got from Live Glam. It is Morphe M437. I love this brush to contour. It puts it exactly where you want it, and yet it still allows you to blend it out. And I do like to do a tiny sweep when it gets a little bit closer to my mouth, just so it's not, bam, a straight line. Then I'm going to bronze up my forehead, just so it is equal and proportioned, or else you can just look too white up there. And I do a little bit under my chin, same thing. I want to be proportioned. Then after that, I'm going to use my M200 Morphe brush. It is a blending brush. I recently started using it to contour my nose. It is a little bit more of a softer contour, what this does, because it's a lot more fluffier than my E22 brush. It's amazing. And then just put it under the lips, give you more of a plump finish. Then it is going to be my Morphe M403, and of course I'm using the Becca Cosmetics Jaclyn Hill face palette. I am using Amaretto and also I don't know how to say this, Pamplemousse. We'll go with that. And I'm gonna also go in with the Makeup Forever. It's actually an eyeshadow. It's a palette that I just bought, and I stuck the colors in it. I will see if I can find the actual color and link it down below. Then I'm going to go in with that same brush I was using earlier and the lighter color. Throw on the bottom lash line. Throw in some mascara. Then I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blanc. I'm going to pop that under the brow bone, or on the brow bone. I cannot talk today. Good lordy. Then I'm going to also go back with that same color, the metal, and throw that on the inner lashes. This time I am spritzing it with my setting spray just to give it more of a pop from my lid to the inner corner. Then I'm going to pop in the Marc Jacobs black eyeliner. I love this stuff. It will actually stay. I've been wearing it for maybe 4 hours and it's still there perfectly. And to finish it off, I am using Marc Jacobs Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I absolutely love this shade. I got it in my Sephora birthday gift. I have never used a Marc Jacobs lipstick ever, and let me tell you, I am absolutely in love. It is a buttery, lightweight. It has a little bit of a matte finish, but not completely. I can't get enough of it. Then I'm going in with my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray to finish off the look. I hope you guys enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye, guys.
Don't do nothing unless you're all in it, all in it, all in it. If you got a 20 for all of your tries, 20 for all of the times you got back up. Whoa, could be a billionaire in a year. That's why you gotta think till you're